Hey there, it's Dave D from DaveD.com, where we help you sell more, make more money, and help more clients, all without working harder or spending more money on hit or miss advertising. Well, today's topic is super important, and that is recognizing buying signals, knowing when it's time to close. Most professional services providers, well, honestly, they talk themselves out of a lot of sales. You see, their prospective customer is ready to make the decision to buy, and they keep going on and on about their presentation. Here's the first thing for you to remember. When the prospect is ready to buy, that's when you close. So we're going to be talking about two types of buying signals. The first is verbal buying signals, and then the second is a little bit more subtle. That is nonverbal buying signals. So let's get into it right now. So first up, let's talk about verbal buying signals. The first is when the prospect asks about timing. So for example, if the prospect says to you, "How long is it going to take for me to get this new couch delivered to my home?" That is a question about timing. How long will it take until I can master these 800 sexual positions? Again, a question about timing. The next thing are questions about money. So if they, for example, if they were to say, "What is the maximum amount I can invest in this annuity? What is the minimum amount I can put down to get involved with this product?" Any question that they have about money is a buying signal. Then the next is asking you to reiterate benefits. So the prospect might say to you, "Can you tell me again about how the live question and answer sessions work? Can you explain one more time how this particular thing works?" Whenever they ask that type of question, it shows that they're very, very interested. After you answer their question, you reiterate the benefit, you tie it back into what they truly desire, then you go for the close. The next are procedural questions. So if the prospect says, "So exactly how do we get started with this?" Any procedural question. So what happens after I place my order? Again, any procedural question means that the prospect in their mind has basically made the decision to go ahead and buy. And the last verbal buying signal is when the prospect asks you for your vote of confidence. You see, if you've really developed rapport with the prospect and maintain that rapport using the strategies that we teach, they are going to not only like you, they're really going to trust you and know that you are the professional and the expert who truly cares about them. And so very oftentimes the prospect will say to you, "Do you really think this is right for me?" Now, obviously, we have to maintain our integrity, and if it's not right for them, we're going to tell them that. But if it is right for them, we need to reaffirm that going ahead and investing in the service that we're offering will more than likely get them the results that they desire, or give them the best chance at getting the results that they desire. So when they ask for your vote of confidence, give it to them. Next up, let's talk about nonverbal buying signals. Now, these are equally as important as the verbal buying signals, and again, they're a lot more subtle. So the first thing to look for is unconscious frequent nodding. So as you're doing your presentation, whether it's in person or over Zoom or Skype or however you're doing it, watch the prospect. Are they unconsciously nodding yes as you go through and you do your presentation? Now, some of the psychic sales strategies I teach force the prospect to unconsciously nod their head yes. But as you're doing your presentation, you want to just keep watching. Hey, are they agreeing with me, especially when I'm moving towards the close? When you get that, then you want to move into the close. Next up is leaning forward. So when they change their posture so that they're leaning forward and engaging with you on a deeper level, they seemed more engaged. That means that it's almost ready for you to close the sale. The next one is husband and wife or partner affection. Now, obviously, this can only be seen if you're in person or if you're doing this by Zoom and both parties are there. But you can see, and if you watch very carefully, that the affection will increase, meaning like they'll nudge each other or they'll move closer into each other or they'll look at each other. Now, of course, you got to notice how they're looking at each other. But any type of affection, if it's two male partners, maybe they're elbowing each other or something like that. But any type of physical affection shows that, hey, they're on board and it's time to close them. And then the final one we'll talk about is consistent eye contact. So if they have consistent eye contact, whether you're, again, doing this in person or via media, via Zoom, via technology, if they are looking at you and they're constantly nodding yes and they're maintaining that eye contact, it shows that they're serious and that they're ready to buy. So you need to transition into the close. So now you know how to recognize when a client is ready to go ahead and buy your service. What I recommend that you do is you watch this video again and you take notes of all of the different buying signals. And then in your next presentation, just be aware of what signals your prospect is giving out. And when they give you a buying signal, then make sure you go ahead and you close the sale. Now, obviously, in the beginning, this is going to seem a little bit awkward to you, but the more you'll do it, the better you'll get at it and the more sales that you'll close. Now, if you got some value from this video, do me a favor and click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you've got any questions, please ask them below. I'll be happy to answer the questions for you as best I can. And if you want to get more great information like this that'll help you close more sales, make more money, and help more clients, then make sure you go to daved.com and subscribe to my daily D-mail newsletter. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again really soon.